In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make professional YouTube thumbnails. That's right, professional thumbnails. Now, this video will require Photoshop. If you don't have Photoshop, check out this video right over here. And that's for someone who has no Photoshop, no design experience. Check out that video. You might find that very helpful. But for those of you who are familiar with Photoshop, this will be very easy for you and it'll be a great way to get a template. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, comment below, and check out my other videos. Perhaps you might find those helpful. Let's get started. Okay guys, so we're in Photoshop now. We're going to make a new document. What you want to do is go to File, go to New, then you want to put in the dimensions that YouTube recommends, which will be 1280 by 720 pixels, and you want to make it landscape horizontal, not vertical. Then just hit create. I'm going to close because I already have it here. You have this layer here. You can leave it as it is. You want to import your image, you can go to File, Import, File Open, or you can just copy and paste it wherever you may have your image. What I did was, before starting this video, I went ahead and took some screenshots, some actual photo stills, some selfies of myself, and I recommend doing this and before you shoot a video. Say if you're ready to get your video and you're ready to start vlogging, start talking about your topic, your subject matter, go ahead and take like 10 selfies if you decide to go with yourself in the thumbnail, of course. And if you do, that's great, and I believe that YouTube recommends, or says that at least, that the chances of people clicking on your video is based on your thumbnail, based on seeing you. And a lot of people get attracted to seeing an actual person's image on a thumbnail for whatever reason that may be. I can't explain why that is, but that is the case. So anyways, I went ahead and dropped an image of me, since I will be using this image to make a thumbnail. It's going to be a very simple thumbnail for me, and you can spend hours and hours in Photoshop and making it work however you want to make it work. I just went ahead and dropped an image of myself in there. I'm just going to hit return. It's a very simple image on a white background. I like to adjust it a little bit. The way I adjust my images, I just go to Windows, Adjustments right here, and I click on this setting, which is the vibrance layer, and this is really good for skin tones. You want to just increase this by like 10%. You can also increase the saturation here, and there you go. And then I like to go into my adjustments layer up here as well and play with the brightness a little bit on the overall image itself, not just on the skin tones. So there you go. That makes it a little bit softer. Increase the contrast on the image itself. And that's it. And now I just want to add some text. So I'm going to go and click on the text bar right here, and I'm going to type in something that would make the person want to click on this image. They say that I don't like to use clickbait. I like to stick to my topic. So if I'm making a video about how to make YouTube thumbnails, I would just type that in as is. How to make return YouTube thumbnails. And then I would take this, of course it's huge, you want to highlight, select over, and go into your text column right here and play with the size a little bit. I'm going to shrink this. I think that's pretty good. I'm going to make it left justified, and then I'm just going to move this right over here. Notice that was a huge gap, so you want to fix the kerning on this. And the leading. Kerning is looking okay. So I'm going to go to the leading right here. This basically means the space that you have in between your words, the way you're going to have it spaced out. Actually, I think it'll look nice if I just hit return here and then make this kind of big, YouTube. And then I'm going to increase that. And this is looking kind of good, actually. I kind of like the way this is coming out. YouTube. And then I want to line up my thumbnails with the E. You can also use this right here, which is called your ruler, your guides. And this is good to open up your guides. The shortcut for that is Control semicolon. And then now you can see your guides here, and that will show you how to line it up if you really want to be very exact to that, then you can do that. I just eyeball it, but normally for this reason, for this video, I'm going to show you how to do that. So that's pretty much it. You want to hit Control R, it hides it and brings it back, the ruler guide, and then you can click on this and drag it over to that, to wherever you would like it to be. And to hide it, same thing again, Control semicolon, hides all your guides. So that's how you play with your ruler, your guides. And now I'm just gonna open up the lettering here with YouTube, the kerning itself here. You can also Google what is the YouTube red color. I already did that, but if you're just curious, you want to double click on this red, and this is the code CB1910. Copy that and paste it in here. This is the exact same red that YouTube uses. So I like to use that red to keep it consistent with the actual videos that is shown on YouTube. So this is it. If you want to make it stand out more, you can just hide or change the color from red to black. And how to make YouTube thumbnails. And if you really want to make it pop, you can also use a background. I like to shoot on a white background or solid color. That's just my personal preference. That way, whatever text I put here really pops out and shows. So if you want to make this pop, you want to choose the shape layer, which is this guy right here underneath this black arrow. It's called shape, and if I hold on, I have a whole bunch of different colors and whatnot. I like to stick with rectangular. I'm going to double click on black and choose a brighter color. Let's go with something. I'm getting into teal lately. I'm liking the teal look. I think more so because of my logo, maybe. I've always been attracted to that color. I don't know why, it's for some reason. But let's see how that looks. Notice that this will cover your text, which is right here. Everything is about layers in Photoshop. You want to take this and drag it underneath it, or a shortcut for that is Control bracket, left bracket. Now I'm going to right click on the shape and click on rasterize layer. You want to rasterize something to basically make it editable, meaning that now I can select any other color, because I kind of feel like this is not really working. I want to test out a different color, maybe a yellow color to make it really bright. Let's try that. Let's see what that looks like. And now you want to click on your paint bucket tool, which is right here, or you can hit G, the shortcut for that, and just click on that blue teal box, and that will change it to yellow. How to make YouTube thumbnails. And I know this looks really, really bright, but the idea is that I'm sharing with you is how can we make this really stand out? How can we make this really bright, that it really pops and stands out? Because there's thousands and thousands of thumbnails which are screaming for your attention, and so you want to really have a thumbnail that brings the attention to the viewer. Let's go and try black. Now this will hide how to, so you want to click on the how to text layer. You can't write on it because you want to hit on your text tool right here, and now I'm just going to drag it, highlight it, and let's change that to white. Let's see what that looks like. How to make YouTube thumbnails. So you're getting the idea. You want to have a nice image, you want to have text, you want to have some kind of a shape on there. You really want to have a space that divides the image with the actual logo lockup, is what I call it. Imagine if I had a Sharpie and I'm drawing a circle around with my Sharpie. I want to have enough space that I can draw, that I can have for my logo lockup, this lockup right here in the middle. So if I can trace a circle with a Sharpie, then I'm good. That's the guideline that I like to give myself. If I can trace a circle around any kind of object, then I know that I have enough space. Now to center this, you want to hold down your rectangle layer here, and you want to hold shift and hold down the text. This way when you hold and have these two highlighted, you can grab and move this whole box and nothing will get moved away. If I didn't do that, then my text would fly here and my box would fly over here. So there we go. So now we have that. And if you want to increase the size, you can hit Control T on your keypad, and that will increase the size, give you these anchor points to grab from. And now you can just increase it this way. And let's put it somewhere here. Now since this is in Photoshop, I want to write Photoshop somewhere, so I'm gonna make a new text box right over here, and I'm gonna put in Photoshop. In Photoshop. you can't see this, but let me go ahead and change the color to black, and then also reduce the size of that quite some bit. So once again, Control T pops up your text box tool right here. You want to take this and really, depends how big or small you want to make it. I want to make this really small, so it's right here. I think that's pretty good. How to make YouTube thumbnails in Photoshop. So yeah, so that is it for this tutorial. You can also go all out and put like a Photoshop logo, or change this look as well. So you can also highlight this and change the text font size, or the actual font itself. Let's change it or make it a little different. This one's kind of cool in Photoshop. This is one of my ones that I had downloaded a while ago. So yeah, so it's kind of busy. Let's make it a little more simple. Let's let's see here. That one's kind of cool. Okay, so we'll go with this one. We're going to reduce the size once again, a little bit smaller, and that is it. How to make YouTube thumbnails in Photoshop. And now I'm going to go ahead and find the Photoshop icon and drop it right over here, and that should do it. So that is kind of what I'm thinking about doing here, and that's the logo for that. So let me go ahead and delete that layer, and it's going to move this right over here. So that's it, guys. This is my quick tutorial on how to make a thumbnail for a video. Let me know your thoughts, comment below, and if you want to see more graphic design videos, let me know. Thanks for watching. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you've gotten this far, please subscribe down below, hit the like button, and click on that bell for more notifications to come. Stay tuned. Thanks.